Sayyadati wa Sadati, Assalamu alaikum wa ahlan wa sahlan. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and a very warm welcome to the SABIC Leadership Impact Summit 2020. Now, I'm your host, Hisham Wyne, and it is such a pleasure to have you, all of you, here, all 150 of you from all over the globe, from the East to the West, from Asia, from America, from Europe, and of course from here in the GCC and the Middle East. Can I tell you, what a super gathering, what a special occasion. We've got such an amazing schedule of inspiring stories and insights to share with you. But first, let's take a minute to mark just how special this occasion is that brings us all together. And to really drive home that point and mark this significant occasion, let's start with a few words from a very inspiring leader, your CEO. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in very warmly welcoming the CEO of SABIC, joining us live now, Mr. Yusuf Al-Binyan. Ladies and gentlemen of Group West, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're feeling as incredible as we are right here in the studio because of that absolutely scintillatingly inspiring plenary that we had just a few hours ago. I hope you've sat back, maybe done a bit of yoga, maybe gone out, or perhaps not, perhaps gone for a walk, reflected a little bit on all the wonderful things that happened, because what did happen? We went from discussing powerful innovation to collaboration to courage, like the courage to listen with empathy, to the courage to give good feedback. And then we moved into creating talent champions, and our facilitators and our coaches took us on this wonderful ride of unlocking ideas and getting us all to challenge ourselves. And they inspired us. And in fact, they challenged us to inspire ourselves, and it was just brilliant. And so after all of this excitement, there's a little bit more to come. As your moderator, it is my job to also orient you just a little bit, and that involves getting a little into the house rules. So let's get in there. Let's make sure that you found the schedule and that you know exactly where we are. So again, if you go to the wonderful platform that we're all using, towards the left, just make sure that you have clicked on the big box that says West, and then that you've scrolled to day 3, and that's where our schedule and our session and all the wonderful activity should be. And of course, on the other side of the screen is that most wonderful of inventions, the chat box, through which we have been communicating and through which I request, in fact, demand that we please continue communicating, because we're on the home stretch now, people, and there is no way we're letting the inspiration and the energy flag this late. And of course, we have a really familiar face. We have Christina Woodwick. So let's turn to her. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Hisham. Great to see you again. Thanks for your energy, and I love seeing your smile.
It is now time for an impact talk. I want you to join me in giving up a very warm virtual welcome through our chat box to our speaker, Majid Abdullah Nuruddin.
Thank you, Hisham, for the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking about the power of stories, and I think it was just very aptly demonstrated to us by that beautiful impact talk. Majid, sir, well done. You've made quite an impression on everybody here in the studio. Doug brought out so many amazing points from your story, but don't take our word for it. Let's go to your colleagues who are singing your praises in the chat. Like Muhammad Hakim agrees with you, is like focus on the big picture. Abdul Rahman is in there saying, hey, nice anchors and metaphors. Bob says, you know, just great passion and message. And I completely agree. You painted this wonderful picture here. And Samir is saying, wow, Majid, great talk. And we all agree with that. Abdul Rahman says something quite funny and poignant at the same time. It's like, on top of a well done, We will never forget your birth year, Majid, because it's the same year as SABIC's formation, 1976. So well done there. And one of the reasons that I was also sharing these messages with you is because, you know, yes, it's very important to tell stories, but it's also very important to give compliments. And secretly, what I'm also telling you indirectly is that I'm keeping a very close eye on that chat box, and I am absolutely blown away by your enthusiasm and the miles upon miles of messages that Group West is bringing out. Well, so here we are, and here you are. I'm sorry, I've been holding myself back, but there's just so much wonderful stuff that you're saying, and I really wanted to just come in and interject. And we can't stand the suspense in the studio. We can't just... Which is the story? Which is not the story? Why? Who did it?
So, well, the exam results are out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call upon you for one final burst of enthusiasm and energy and engagement. Because now, we formally are coming to the end of this 2020 SABIC Leadership Impact Summit. And to bring us to the end, we have a long line of thank yous. And first of all, thank you, all you wonderful leaders, all 150 plus people. You have made the summit through your participation, through your engagement, through letting us know what you want and what you need. And thank you for that. And now let's continue and start thanking everybody who's been part of making this momentous occasion come together. And there are so many. But let's start, of course, first with our lead facilitator, Doug Lambert. Doug, if you'll please join us. Let's start with our other facilitator who's made you interact and do things and put you in workshops and been outstanding. Will you join us, John Tolsma?
Thank you.
And of course, now you won't be able to see her on screen, but Anjali Sharma, our leadership coach and our storytelling guru, thank you. And of course, Christina Woodwick for being an inspiration, for driving this, for putting us on the right track and keeping us on the right track. And of course, while we're doing all of this, it'd be really lovely if you could give all of us and yourself a huge virtual applause at the chat box. And so the thank yous keep rolling. Thank you 100%, all the SABIC project teams. Thank you very much for that, for all the hard work that you've done. This has been in planning for so very long. It wouldn't have happened without your buy-in. Thank you, the very senior SABIC leadership, from right down from the CEO to our EVPs. Thank you very much for your engagement, for your involvement, for coming to chat with us, for being so open with your time and with your guidance. Thank you, of course, our subject matter experts. And thank you, our 12 impact talkers and our impact coaches. And of course, a very big thank you to all the wonderful people in the back of the house whose months and months and months of preparation have managed to put this together. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure being your moderator. My name's Hisham Wyne. I'm going to turn over to Christina for a few final words, please.
Well, I wish I had something profound to say. I'm just going to leave you with this. Be the impact and story on. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you. Bye.